for you guys, you're heading to the American West this season, what are your thoughts on heading to the American West?
I'm excited for adventure. We got horses, we got wagons, we got oxen, we got eagles, and guns are slinging. I feel like it's just a true Western, and it's gonna be a fun adventure.
I think for most people, when they're looking into this new season, especially when they see Miracle Workers Oregon Trail, they immediately think of the game Oregon Trail. Did any of you ever play it?
We both did not, because we did not grow up in America. I feel like that was a very like 90s American kid thing. So we kind of missed that. But I've seen clips from it, and it looks kind of boring and bleak.
Yeah,
everyone dies really quickly, and
the graphics, it's like
the graphics, they're like,
I can't do it. I can't even watch black and white movies. I can't do it.
Yeah, the graphics are terrible, but when your entire wagon party gets has low morale, you're not in a good place at all.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you guys obviously got, new, and I put those in quotations because they're not exactly new showrunners, but you're working with Dan and Robert this season. How was that for you guys?
It was really awesome. I think it infused this like really fun new energy into it that made it feel just a little bit different, which is always nice and fresh. And they had worked on the show. Dan has worked on every season of the show, and Rob did the second season. So, they now got to make more bigger sweeping decisions writing wise. So it was really fun. If it would have been different, I think it was a complete stranger who came in and did that. But they've known us for a while. And so it really was fun to see them try to make us do some new things and tap into some skills of ours that we haven't gone to do yet. And yeah, it was really, really a fun new energy. I enjoyed it.
And for you, Geraldine?
It was great. And I feel like it felt also because Daniel Merck had been on the previous season, so it didn't feel like it was this crazy shift. I think it just felt like a very natural extension of what we've been doing. And yeah, it's always nice to shake up the creative a little bit.
And then obviously for the season premiere, Geraldine, your character plays Prudence is a very big part of the season premiere, at least, especially when it comes to the laughs, especially between you and John. How is that filming those scenes? I mean, Karan made a good point. He spends the entire first episode with diarrhea. So how is that for you?
It was really fun. I love John Bass. We were really excited to get to work together more closely this season, and he's a wonderful guy, so it made him being awful we both felt safe for him to be the worst version of himself, and then for me to receive that. But yeah, he's the best, and it was really fun to get to play more with him and just watch him be the worst, because he's the best.
And then for both of you, each season you guys are lucky enough to have very much a different kind of character almost every season. How is that for you for preparing for this season and for, to get into the headspace of both of your characters?
I was nervous this time because I was nervous about the horse riding part of it because I just heard gunslinger and I was like, oh, no. Because I have never been on a horse prior to this show. And so I was really nervous about that part of it. And then I read the script and I was like, oh, he's like a hot mess. This is perfect. I can do this. And then I just had to somehow convince every director we had to not put me on a horse by taking them aside and being like, I am not going to ride that horse. So that was, my daily struggle of being like, I think I'm off the horse. I think I'm just getting off the horse. As I said, I think the horse is I left the horse behind, and I would come up with every reason why the horse did not need to be there. But then I did get on the horse one time, and it was a disaster. And I'm still alive, so here we are.
Well, that's good. And for you, Geraldine?
Wait, what was the question?
how you kind of like prepared for this season, because you guys, each season you're essentially playing different characters. So for you, how is it for you to get into Prudence's headspace and prepare for that?
I feel like it was pretty easy for me because I think I was in a similar headspace of just being frustrated with my situation and wanting to like bust out and live my best life in the COVID of it all. So I definitely just channeled that, my like frustration with the world and wanting to live life to its fullest. Yeah.
And did you guys film during COVID, like during the pandemic, even though we're still technically in the pandemic? So
Yeah,
how was that?
We filmed right in LA starting in January through April. So right when it was quite crazy here. But they did a very, very good job, I felt. We got tested 3 times a week, but more than that, they tested every background 3 times a week, which isn't really required by SAG. And we also filmed 90% outdoors. So that really felt like much safer because we were on this like 400-acre horse ranch and there was plenty of room to just, be away from people if you wanted to. And so it felt like I felt very grateful to have a job and to be able to work then, but it also felt like the safest way to work in terms of just being outside. If we were in a sound stage, I would have felt, I think, a little bit different.
And then finally, my guys, my last question, where do you hope to see the series kind of go if, season 4 comes and stuff? Like, what do you hope is the next adventure?
I think a natural progression in my mind is go to the future. I think it'd be fun to go to the future. Maybe we're in space. Maybe, it's AI, maybe we're robots or aliens. But then, it really could be anything. We've been having so much fun thinking of ideas. It could be murder mystery. It could be a genre thing. It could be like a high school teen soap opera. It could be film noir. Could be, I'm down to go anywhere.
Anything
or
without,
an island.
Yeah, an island. Yeah. Yeah, anything without a horse. I don't want to be near a horse.